Hey, what's going on, everyone? So my buddy and I just came back from seeing the highly anticipated, that yes, blowing up Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, It Comes at Night. And I honestly have to say, I don't know what to say about this film, because it was one of those films that they hyped up that it was a thriller, horror, mystery, but in my eyes it was more of a mystery, thriller, survival. And I'm going to try not to give spoilers in case you haven't seen it yet. And if you haven't, I highly recommend you go seeing it. If you have seen it, I highly recommend you comment your thoughts below, like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more, because I have many more films coming this summer. So, and I'm sure you're going to see them too. So basically, you had said, Shane, that the creator behind The Witch.
Yeah, A24. They've been killing it lately.
And what are some of the other films they have done?
They did Swiss Army Man, Free Fire. They're doing a ghost story that comes out in July.
Oh, we saw the trailer for that.
Yeah.
Would you say, though, that this wasn't a horror film? They hyped it up to be a horror film because of the one character. You thought it was going to revolve around this one character in the woods. And sorry to say, that's not really what happens. And it's also a survival film, and I think where they say it's scary good, meaning what would you do if you had to survive a scenario like this? Because it's basically, and this could be a little spoiler, but it's basically about a virus. And then that revolves around the entire film. And then the one character, in my eyes, I took it as he was autistic, and he kept the movie going. It was one of those films that really had the camera angles and the sounds. Like every time you saw a different camera angle or sound, you were expecting something. And I jumped a few times. I was covering my eyes at one point. Of course, there was a hole in the ceiling of the theater, which, that was pretty disgusting to look up and see. But yeah, Shane, what are your thoughts? Who were some of the major cast members?
On the whole camera thing, yeah, I think Trey Edward Schultz did a pretty good job of directing it, seeing as this is only his second film he's ever made.
And he was also in the film?
No,
he wasn't.
The executive producer, Joel Edgerton, he's the main star of the film.
Okay. He plays the dad.
Yeah. I don't know any of these people, so I'm going to probably butcher their names like crazy. Riley Keough was in it. She played someone else's wife. Christopher Abbott played another husband. Carmen Ejogo played Joel's husband, and Kelvin Harrison Jr. played Joel's son.
It was a small cast.
Yeah, you don't really need a big cast for something like this.
No. What were your thoughts on it? You and I kept looking at each other during the showing of it. Like, did it live up to the hype that it was number two on Twitter and blowing up Facebook? Did it live up to the hype of the interviews and you watch your Collider?
Yeah. I think it did, because I know what A24 makes. Like, I love The Witch, and It Follows. They didn't make It Follows, but it's kind of in the same vein. And it's like the same formula pretty much. It's more atmospheric horror than like jump scares and creepy images and stuff like that.
You don't know what's coming.
Yeah.
And it's all about the red door too. And at one point you said it was almost like The Walking Dead.
Yeah, the virus and some other stuff, don't want to spoil it, kind of reminded me of the stuff they do on The Walking Dead. And Joel Edgerton kind of looks like Rick in this movie.
Yeah, he does. I noticed that, yeah. So, there it is, and, it was tagged as a thriller, as one of the best films of the year. I wouldn't say it's the best film of 2017.
No. I just watched Get Out last night twice in a row, so it's that good.
Yeah,
and
gotta see it.
Get
Out,
it's
on my list.
It's very different from this movie, but I'd say Get Out's a lot better than this, but this is a pretty great film itself.
And it really poses the question, what would you do in a situation like this? It's survival of the fittest. It's protecting you and your family, and basically obliterating and decimating anyone else that gets in the way. So I took that out of the film, to relate to real life. And the cast was great. The crew did a great job. Like I said, the camera angles, the sounds, and of course the husky that they had in the film.
Yeah, that was a really well-trained dog.
Very well-trained dog, yeah. So, yeah, sorry about I'm not on my set. We just came back from the theater, and I just wanted to get this out real quick. So pardon the yellow wall behind me. Thanks for watching this video. Like, share, subscribe to the channel for more. It's all for you guys. I really appreciate the love and the support. Have a good night. I think the next movie, we're going to see The Mummy tomorrow, so I'll be back.
Are you going to do a video on Get Out? Or?
I will probably do, even though it's been out for so long, since it is so highly loved.
Yeah, it's my second favorite film of the year.
We're
When I
gonna
watch
do a
movies
video.
like they're going out of
We'll do a
style, so-
video. We'll do a video. So, thanks guys. It's all for you. See you for the mummy.